Hello, captains. This is Kent again, and welcome to the flight show. So we're going to do an island hopping mission today. We're going to do our Air Caribbean Airlines, and we are flying from Nassau, Bahamas, up to Bermuda. So I'm looking forward to doing this flight. I just bought the payware version of Bermuda, and as you know, this is Aerosoft's payware version, so it should be a really scenic route, from takeoff to landing. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to get it started in here with using FS Crew.
Let's get set up.
So I'm going to just start off with a couple of the items. So we're going to turn our battery on, verify the electro-hydraulics are off, which they are, verify the landing gear is down. Yep, that's down. Let's see, we need to have the GPU or the ground power unit going. So what we need to do here is, ground connections. And we're going to put on our wheel chocks. Nope, I'm sorry, they were on, sorry. And we're going to connect our ground power unit. So that's taken care of. Test fire extinguishers, let's say we did that. Emergency lights are armed. Let's go up here. Emergency lights. Oh yeah, they're here, sorry. Emergency lights are armed. There we go. Test and attend button, let's say we did that. Config horn, let's say we did that. Test cargo fire and confirm gear pins in place. Yeah, and so I will bring you back once we get past a little bit of this in the interest of time, and we'll get it going. I'm going to go ahead and handle the CDU and all that good stuff, and I'll bring you back. See you in a little bit.
Are we okay to start boarding?
Okay.
Thanks. Clear to board.
Alright, since she has asked us for clearance for boarding, let's go ahead and get that party started. And as you can see, we got a little bit of rain going on, but we have the hoods on our ground vehicles, and we will get this going. By the way, this, with the SODI jetways, very nicely detailed for this airport. Makes it look really, really nice. But okay, they got aboard, so I think I'll let you do that while I bring out my, I'm going to export this to another screen, so you'll have a little bit of the GSX to enjoy while I prepare this aircraft. Of course, you're always welcome to fast forward if you'd rather be, looking at other things. But,
Okay, I'm back from the walk around. Everything looks good.
Excellent, thank you. I'll bring you back when the carts actually arrive. Ah, here they come. They'll be here in just a second. Look at them, they are getting it done. Whoops, we didn't want that little scene there. No more of those bright red and blue suitcases. They are looking good. What are we doing up here? Let's see. Let's wrong direction. And you can see that they're boarding. They're still getting on right there. And meanwhile, if we look over the plane, loading bags. Excellent. Alright, let's get back to work.
Pack isolated.
Okay, so the baggage handling is complete, so all we have to do is get on with our safety inspections, which really should take place at 8 minutes, but since we're a little ahead of the game, let's just go ahead and get it done. Safety inspection checklist.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and chocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
Off.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist complete.
Okay, soon as we have all those passengers on board, we will close the doors and get this bad boy going.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, on behalf of the flight crew and staff, we want to welcome you aboard the aircraft and thank you for choosing us for your flight travel carrier. If there's anything that we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, please ask the cabin crew. Thank you. Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off from the gate. Taxi route will be assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff, using rated thrust, planning a Flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. In the event of a malfunction prior to V1, I will either call reject or continue. Standard low-speed reject procedures below 80 knots. Between 80 knots and V1, I will only conduct a high-speed reject in the case of an engine fire or failure, predictive wind shear warning, or if there's any condition that makes the aircraft unable or unsafe to take into the air. I will simultaneously close the thrust levers, disconnect the auto throttle, apply maximum manual braking or verify the operation of the RTO auto brake, apply maximum reverse thrust, verifying the extension of the speed brake and bring the aircraft to a complete stop and set the parking brake. We will then run the appropriate checklist and evaluate our options. If you could monitor my actions and make the standard reject takeoff calls, including any abnormalities that you observe before advising ATC. From V1, or if the call is to continue, I will continue the takeoff as per standard company procedures. We will climb to the minimum sector altitude and track clear of local terrain. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. All going well, the departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Flight directors are on, mine as master, yours as slave. Navigation radios are set. The NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. The current weather poses a threat. We won't rush any procedures today. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
None.
Departure brief complete.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Thanks. Okay, so we're going to just boom this ahead so that we're ready to get out of here.
Welcome aboard our flight today. In preparation for departure, please ensure that your seatbelts
Hi,
are fastened
the
to
passengers are
your
seated.
Thanks.
Thanks. See you out there.
Leaving it clear to use the access center alleyway. This does include any purses, backpacks.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Nothing in your lap and nothing hidden behind your legs.
Lock the
All
door.
items placed in the seat in front of you. Electronic devices, if you can make sure that they are in the airplane mode so you're no longer sensitive.
And what we'll do is start the APU. Before start, checklist to the line.
Before start checklist to the line. Phones
Off.
off. IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
Remove.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Yaw damper.
On.
Navigation transfer and display switches.
Normal. Normal auto.
Fuel.
Pumps on.
Cabin utility IFE.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Passenger signs.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Hydraulics.
Hold on. Normal.
Air conditioning and pressurization.
Packs on. Bleed set on. Set and check.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross check.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Speed brake lever.
Down detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Stabilizer.
Says it right there on the bottom of the screen. Don't call me a liar. What? Oh, normal. Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar, and transponder.
Set and standby.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Discussed.
PA.
Complete.
FMC CDU.
Set.
N1 and airspeed modes.
Set and check.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and check. Set and check.
EFB.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Airplane mode and stowed. Flight deck windows and cockpit door.
Locked.
Locked. Doors.
Closed.
Before start checklist completed to the line.
Packs auto bleeds on set. complete the checklist. Okay, he's got nothing to say. That's okay. Alright, so before start, let's just make sure that our hydraulic pumps are on. We know the doors are checked. Packs need to be off. Or packs. Isolation valve should be open. APU bleed is on.
Roger.
Anti-collision lights on. Verify parking brake and select.
APU on the buses.
Excellent. Turn on the APU.
Starting APU.
So we'll be waiting for this little knob to come into play. And once we do, we will go on to the APU and opposed to the ground power unit. There we go. Drop down. As soon as we see this little light come on, we will know it's time to rock and roll and go on to the APU. Looking for the light, looking for the light, looking for the light. I might edit this out.
APU is available.
Okay, we should be good to go. Turn off the ground. And we are on the APU. Alright, below the line. Before start, checklist below the line.
A pumps.
On.
Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Parking brake.
I was wrong. Set.
Transponder.
Standby.
Before start checklist complete.
Alright, let's go ahead and do this. We are going to request pushback, and we are going to want to have our nose right and tail left. Oh, while he's coming, let's go ahead and turn off that ground power unit. Removed. You know, they automatically turn off the brakes when you do that, so then I get in trouble. They're set. Leave me alone. Alright, now he's coming to do his thing.
Locking the gear now.
Excellent. Engine start procedure. Actually, I'm not supposed to say that, and I gotta wait for him to walk away. I'm anxious! It's so good to be with you.
Bypass pin is inserted and the target is connected. Ready to push at your discretion. Please release the parking brakes.
Alright.
Clear for engine start.
Start engine 2.
Check.
And then, those are wipers, so let's get this bad boy started.
Oil pressure.
He is cutting that turn. Wow. We're not going to let you look at him actually knock it into the darn jetway.
Starter cutout.
Excellent. Start engine 1.
Number 2 stable.
Start engine 1.
Check.
We now request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the flat metal clip to the buckle and pull the
Pushback is
list strap and
complete.
tighten it up.
Parking brakes
To release your
confirmed.
seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the
Okay,
buckle.
we set the brake.
We suggest that you keep
Oil
your
pressure.
seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft, 2 forward, 2 aft, and 2 over each wing. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest you. In some cases, the exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you towards the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide which may also be attached and used as a life raft. Oxygen and air pressures are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of
Okay.
oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head, then breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you're traveling with a
Start
child
the cutout.
or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist that other person.
Number 1 stable.
Mask on until an
Excellent.
informed crew member advises you to remove
Continuous.
it. In the event of an emergency, please assume the brake
Generator, so let's just get here. Generators are on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice as required. Pumps on. Packs on auto.
Flip it over your head. Press the straps around your waist and adjust to the front. To inflate the
Set.
vest, pull firmly on the red cord.
Isolation valve auto.
If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpiece.
So we want it on auto. Yep.
Light to attract attention.
Isolation valve auto.
Also,
APU
your seat
bleed
bottom
is
cushion
off.
uses a flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat.
Start switches continuous.
Isolated.
APU. Turn off the APU.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking
I don't know if he
flight.
turns it off. He just turns it on.
Disabling or destroying the smoke detectors located
Recall.
in the
Check.
lavatories is prohibited
Check
as well.
flight controls.
You will find this and all other safety information in the card located in the seat pocket in front of you. We strongly
Rudder
suggest you read it
pedals.
before takeoff. If you have any
Check
questions,
them.
please don't hesitate to ask
Check
one of our
engine
crew members.
indicators.
We wish you all an enjoyable
All right. Bank lower DU. All right. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generator.
On.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
A pumps.
On.
Air conditioning.
Pax auto bleeds off. No. Pax auto bleeds on. Pax auto bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Double check that, please. Start switches.
Hold on a second. Isolation valve. I thought I put you on auto. Okay. Continuous. Continuous.
APU.
Off.
Recall.
Check.
Flight controls.
Check.
Flaps.
Flaps 5. Five required. 5 selected. Not green light.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and check.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Okay, we are ready for taxi, so we will assume that they gave us the clearance to do so. So, clear on the left. Clear on the left.
Clear right.
Alright, we will taxi to... We're going to taxi to our runway and get up out of this mug. Alright, I will bring you back at the runway. Okay, nobody's here before us. So we're about to get in place and we will do our checklist. Before takeoff checklist to the line.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Hold on 1 second. 5, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
Hold on. Oh, checking our D rating. 4.3 units, 0 and 0. 4.3 units set.
Takeoff briefing.
Reviewed.
Holding at cabin.
Secured.
Before takeoff checklist completed to the line.
Alright, let's taxi into position. We will pretend that they gave us clearance. And we're getting up out of here. Ooh, you see those that exhaust coming off these stacks over here? Nice. Yes, I have gotten my S together. I'm trying not to cuss on the air. As you can see, my frame rates are beautifully smooth. So don't just jump it on my face criticizing me because your version is smooth and my version is smooth. They're different. It's smooth. And so we're ready to rock. I've been tweaking and getting all that together. It's ready to go. All right. Let's see. And we are ready. Let me just say the magic. Below the line.
Cabin crew, seats for departure. MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Landing and strobes.
On.
Holding at retracts.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
014 timing.
Checked. Stabilized. Takeoff thrust set. Indications normal. 80 knots.
Here we go.
V1. V1.
Rotate.
V2.
Gear up.
Positive climb.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Somehow my thing got to 10. My throttles are just not calibrated properly, but we're just going to keep it moving. Check out that autogen. Beautiful. Let me keep this here so I can make sure I'm following my flight director. Alright, we're going to turn in just a sec. Very nice, very smooth. Scenery is absolutely beautiful. Even though it's raining, but the lighting effects are pretty cool. Very nice indeed. Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up.
After landing, after takeoff checklist.
Stand by. After takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization set. Altimeters.
Set. Oh, sorry. 3007 set.
takeoff checklist complete.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to turn on the autopilot. And now, we're going to look outside. Absolutely beautiful. Very nice, Aerosoft. And you know what? This scenery was actually made for Flight Simulator X, not necessarily prepared for. So it's a little dated without the PBR effects and everything, but it's still the autogen and everything looks absolutely beautiful. I will take it. Getting a little bit of turbulence coming out of the airport, but we can live with that. Let's check over here. Yeah, we're out over the water. Wayne Flex is going, because since we're going through a little bit of turbulence. Let's also remember that we're using real turbulence, so that real turbulence is going to make the effects of atmospheric conditions more pronounced on the aircraft and, as it would suggest, more realistic. And here we are flying into a big old cloud. Altimeters 3007 set. Set and check. Okay, so we're now above 10,000 feet and we're accelerating. I will bring you back when we are near top of climb. It's getting a little rough in here, but I had to show it. We can handle it. It'll get a little smoother once we get out of these clouds and get up to cruising altitude. Excellent. We're out of that. It was getting a little hairy.
Back isolated.
Okay, I've decided to bring you back at top of descent. Wasn't really much going on around here, but we will be soon ready to descend, and in fact we should be descending now. But, oh, that's what we need to do. We need to go ahead and put in, I don't think I did that. Okay, so we will be landing on ILS 30Y, and it will be what are we doing? Poppy boom, and it will be NT. Okay, so enter. So let's take a look. Set altitude 2,000 feet. Set flight level 2. Set flight level 20. Yeah, that was a mistake. 2 would have been like 200 feet. I don't think we need to do that. Okay, so we should be... Oh, we have a ways for top of descent, so we're good. Okay.
Flight level 2 set. Flight level 20 set.
Hello captains, welcome back. We are now at cruising altitude. As you can see on our screen,
Anti-ice.
let's go ahead and turn that off. As you can see on our screen, let me zoom in here. Top of descent will be in a little over 160 miles. So let's just get a couple of visuals of where we are. Decent weather, beautiful livery. I never really paid attention to it until now, but it's very nice. She's looking lovely, so I'm going to bring you back when it's time for top of descent. Okay, we're nearing the top of descent, so we're going to go ahead and do the approach brief. Or the descent, the approach brief. I'm confused. Forgive me. Let's get it started.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, planning a flaps 40 landing. Final approach fixed altitude is 2000 feet. Decision altitude is 200 feet. Missed approach altitude is 2000 feet. Taxi route in will be assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. We'll use the APU, but please delay the start until my command as we have a long taxi in. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
None.
Approach brief complete.
Okay, so our landing frequency is going to be 109.90. So I'm just putting that on our radio dial. And our course will be 297 degrees. Okay, so we are good to go. And as you can see, we are almost at top of descent. So let's do our descent checklist. Let's see here. Descent checklist. Descent checklist. Did I unmute it? I know I did. Descent checklist. Descent checklist. Ah, I'm not getting it. Descent checklist, please. Ah, okay, so FS crew wants to act a little difficult. Alright, we'll just have to roll with it. Alright, I'll bring you back after we've started our descent. Okay, I figured it out. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Landing at 0 feet.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach brief and fuel.
Discussed.
IAS and altitude.
Set
levels.
and checked. Checked and set.
Descent checklist complete.
I guess it would have worked either way, huh? Seatbelt signs on.
Checked.
Okay, we should be starting our descent in just a couple of seconds. We should first see the engines start to drop, which they are now doing, and we are now starting to descend. So our VNAV is working properly. Let's go ahead and set our auto brakes to level 2. Okay, we are now descending into Bermuda. Let's go ahead and let the audience know, well, our passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we'll begin our descent into your your destination here in just a moment. On behalf of the flight crew and staff, I wanted to thank you for flying with us today, and I hope that you choose us for all your flying needs in the future. Thank you.
Okay, I'll bring you back when we get a little bit lower. Okay, so we're almost at transition level, so we will be engaging in that checklist in just a moment. As you can see, on our altitude, we're about to cross that, and we are just a wee bit above our slope. So now we can go ahead and put this on. Alright, we're good. So as you can see, there's our big beautiful third-party software Bermuda that's right out here. We will be turning around in a little bit to begin our approach. So far it's looking good, though we need to get rid of some altitude. But the good thing is we are below 250, so we're not going to have to slow down to go past 10,000. We can keep our descent going. So that's excellent.
Altimeters.
Altimeters 3021 set. Approach checklist, please.
Altimeters and instruments.
Set and cross-check.
Approach
Check and
checklist
set.
complete.
Okay, we got a little bit of a freeze here. Alright, I'm going to bring you in when we're turning on final. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, we're making our turn onto our final. Gave us a little bit of extra spacing to get down to a closer altitude of 2,000 or above, because we were at 7,000, so I thought I would, as I said, give us a little bit of spacing. But everything's looking good so far. As you can see, we're now coming on to our final, and in a moment we will slow down to 180 knots. And we'll fortunately be getting in just before dark. What I think I'm going to do to offer us a little bit more drag, I think it's fair to just let our landing gear out. Select speed intervene.
Set.
So this will help our engines drop. Flaps 1. Alright, the localizer is active.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 5. Localizer is alive. Arm localizer. Arm approach.
Armed. Localizer capture.
Set speed 143. Flaps 15.
Speed 143. Set. Glide slope capture.
Gear down. Flaps 15. Landing checklist to flaps.
Speed checked. Flaps 15. Engine start switches. 1 to go. Recall.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Checked.
Landing.
Armed. Down.
Auto brake.
3 green. Set.
Holding
2
flaps.
set. Flaps 15 green. Flaps 40 green. Flaps 40 green light. 40 green light. Set and check. Flaps 40 green light. Doesn't want to go beyond that. 40 green light. 40 green light. Try one more time. 40 green light. Alright, so we're just going to have to take that because it's not advancing for whatever reason. 40 green light. 40 green light. Okay, I gave it a shot. Cleared to land. Alright, I'm going to take control. My aircraft. Just want to keep her on the glide slope, then I'm just using my instruments at this moment. A little low. Just a little. Now I can pay attention to outside the cockpit because we can do this visually at this point.
500. Continue.
Continue.
Checked.
Alright, we're looking good. Disarm auto throttle. I didn't think that was the command, but I thought I'd give it a shot. Okay.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake not up. Auto brake disarmed. Reversers normal.
Alright, I got the speed brake up now.
100 knots. 80 knots. 60 knots.
Rollout.
Check. Check. Check.
Manual braking.
Check.
Okay. We are going to come off the runway down here to go to the gates. Excellent. Now before we do what we need to do, let's go ahead and get a little coverage of that replay of that landing. Gentle flare. A little off to the right, but I can live with that. All right.
APU is available.
Okay, captains, so at this part of the video, it turns out after I got done showing the replay, I seem to have forgotten to start recording again for the taxi into the gate, which is why I just immediately ended up there. Mistake on my part. But I thought I'd give you some some views of new GSX as they're unloading the aircraft. With that being said, I really appreciate you tuning in to watch this flight from Nassau, Bahamas to not Cancun, but Bermuda. I really appreciate it, and some more material will be coming very soon. Leave a suggestion of like a flight that you think that you might want to see or an approach, because as a matter of fact, one of the reasons that I don't think I've gotten anything out recently is because I have several different ideas, and every time I sit at my computer, I can't decide which one I want to do. So when time is, at a premium, you gotta kind of know when you sit down what's the project you're going to work on. But that being, that's a short dress. I digress. But anyway, I really appreciate you tuning in, and I look forward to having you on the next video. So I look forward to seeing you in the virtual skies.
Is it-